content in views location as well as the model content, just to have to keep in your purpose. So use the model content. So I have to take place at this location. Model content. The model is content. Model content completely belongs to database. This database, which parameters we are using inside the table. So here, I want to discuss about MySQL part also there here. And suppose that here we are creating this database. In this database, we are creating the tables and this is the table content. And here we are taking this one. So this backend process purpose, we are using this MySQL process. MySQL create databases and tables and everything, well. But here, so we consider that parameters as a model's location. Whatever the models to create completely imported by design and DB database content here by registration page and login page. So take this one from your bio systems one by one, and then we discuss about this how to run the pages database with connect with the database and all. So here we are using you understand one thing here. This content completely connected with the MySQL 3 Django framework database content inside internal database content. Okay, how it works? I'll take another application and take place here. We are taking this information. So SQLite is provided by Django framework only. The internal server. This internal server to support to take place into the front end application. So these are the application process. So now, first of all, we are talking about the views. Take into your systems, please, all of you. If I'm complete, tell me. I have to start myself. How to run that further process.
No. Today. Tomorrow again. Exactly same only. You informed the vision member? Yesterday you informed them. This is Python? Yes.
Mrutyunjaya sir, is it okay for you, sir? Just I'm asking for that. Take this for your systems. How to access the templates to the framework and how it works by views inside the framework, design the framework. It's very essential. Uh, is there any possibility create one page by yourself is better? I think if you have any doubts, I can clarify it now.
What? Now are you here? Soon you are coming. You will come by college person. From where? Now you will go up to 4 o'clock. You will go. Your friend is going, I think. Someone took. Permission.
Yes, complete or not? Sir, can I take another page? And next we have to set into models. The models are taking place that content database. What are the page content? What are the parameters we are using over there here? This is a registration page and this is login page purpose. And then we have to move some settings, models, and URLs. These URLs also have to prepare for this. Home registration, login, courses. Because this content that taken to place, we navigate the all pages. So the pages we have to take inside. The pages are called at this location. These pages are converted to URL based content. So these patterns are support to take front end like this content, same as like this. This is the way to design this Django framework. So I want to go to another application. How to run it one to my SQLite, and one more is how to run with
You are not
place
there.
as a database MySQL server.
Oh, I'm having list. Those who are having list, you can move. I think from your section,
So can I close this one?
34, 34 members are there. Roll numbers I am having. Remaining 15 का क्लास में 40 है. अभी तो बैठो उधर उसमें तो चलेगा. कल आते ना. कल लैब है ना. हमने डब्ल्यू टी भी है. इधर ऑफिसर का पूरा ऐसा.
I'll take one more project here. So it's completely MySQLite project only. We're taking as a
Where others went? The people who came today, they are all in the field.
so here we have to discuss about that fields, how to run that fields, how to run, how to take the place completely. So here we are using get and post methods. So then it is taking us what are the input data into the page. The page considered as based on that credentials. We are navigate on the pages and store the data in the pages. Oh my god, pages only.
Yeah, that question sending is here. I will share to you. No, it's they are preparing still. They are in time or nothing. Still they are.
So just have a look here. Here we are taking the shortcut from same morning session what we have done. That one render HTTP response and redirect. So here only we are taking as a response in the morning. Now we are taking as a redirect. How to redirect the content. Here the forms are student form, student login, admin login, and user time. It's just like a timetable. How to start the session and all these things. Okay, and here import models. Which type of database models we are using here inside student and user timings? These are the tables we are using inside the models. And then contribute the import messages and contribute auth models, authentication models. And then we have to move. This is the pages. For example, registration. We have take the registration, registration page content. So here the conditions are applied here. When we are taking get method it take request. When we give input to the application, the form accept that input and take inside to the post. That purpose we are using post. Where when we are giving input, the condition applied automatically it will move to next line. So this is the validation we are taking here, the render and HTML. So this is the registration page and this is the login page. So definition is taking place like this. So request method and response post method. Request methods, request get and response post. The post and get methods are using here for database purpose. Database, whatever the internal server database, we have to maintain inside. And then we have to move URLs. The URLs plays a major role at this location. Already we discussed about this. This URL completely accessed by templates. These are the templates we are using. So these are the templates where we mentioned in Django based content. So you have to write this code and then apply that code over there. Then automatically it's going to run. So the registration page content is going to take place like this. Registration. We are using bootstraps as well and JavaScript as well. So after complete this one, just we have to run this application. And before going to run, I want to check the database connections. How it's going to take connections. So here we are taking place as this is the database connections. Here this information connected to MySQL, but this information connect to internal server Django framework. This Django framework store the data in another application only, not in database. So that's why we are using this content, and we have to run the application. Just this is the database connections, and here also we call the total URLs. How many URLs are there? We have to intern URLs to include when we are using include keyword. This include keyword access all the uh, templates. All the templates convert into URL based. So to complete this one, what is the process of this proper execution? So now I want to execute this one. Execute this one. Just see here how to the content will going inside proper way. Take command line here. Manage.py, and here we have to take make migrations compulsory. The migrations are taking place into data manipulation side. The data storage part going to inside the front end application. Now we have to take after migration. After migrations, we have to take migrate This is also very essential for this MySQL Lite 3. So when we get this type of information like okay, no errors are there, means there is no errors inside. That's why we are move forward to run the application here. So now I want to run the application. So when I run the application, if I get the localhost ID like this. Now I want to run this one here in browser place. Take intern. Intern is the keyword and home is the function.
सब पूरा अभी बच्चे भेज दे तो स्टूडेंट्स ने
Control V. I think here is one more is there. I think is this class. Yes, that's why it's taking introduction here. Intern space home. So take place like this. So suppose that this is another application to run this module. So we are taking place as registration. Suppose we're taking as registration like is enter into the content. Uh, so now I have to go to submit this one or pass one. I have to take place here. Submit. This information is take place inside the application. Where it has, we have to check. And before going to this one, uh, this information available at admin location actually. So it take place admin. We are taking as welcome to admin. The views decide this information take place like this. That is stored at this location, page location only. This is provided by Django framework, internal server, MySQL Lite 3. So this one we are getting information, and then we have to move back and log out. So now I want to log in the content here. Password as well as this is the content. So when we enter into the login part when enter into in time means suppose we are taking as a 10 a.m. we are taking as a in time, and then work is Django framework day 4. Day 4 and out time is exactly 3. So the signature is taking place as master. So now I want to submit this information to the system. So this information added in this place at admin location. Why? Because when we create any website, they are playing two different roles. One is user role, another one is admin role. So user role can give the request to the admin. Admin can send the response to the users like this. This is information was going on in any website applications. So this is also taking place as usual, but here we have to know one thing. What is that? The designing and development process two different compared to previous programming. So here we have to take every single aspect very focused content. Why? Because this is completely case sensitive, and here uh, when we give the instruction proper instruction we have to give to the system. Then only the framework will understand and respond like this. Otherwise, it create number of errors. This Django create different types of errors. The type of that errors we couldn't understand sometimes because the internal process is going to take place. That's why we are not understand the errors part. So be careful to design this one, and it's very essential part to design the websites using the Django framework. So here, when we go to admin part, admin location, the admin part we are taking as a
The MPF files are Java.
details of user viewers. So here I'll submit this information to the machine. Now I want to take more information from here. Now I submit that information and get that information from this location. So here, this is a timetable process I have designed for taking demonstration here. So that's why I want to show this information to you people. So check it once. It's going good, very nice. So if you have any possibility to take the development process, how to design and take, just I'm expecting from this session from your side. So if you want anyone to design minimum framework level framework and get the output, take an exercise session is better to understand this concept. So so this is the way to execute these applications, and this is the process to take place into the design the framework development process. So so here this is one of the application we have to take place into uh, deploy here. Yes, Mrutyunjay sir. Is anyone there? Yes,
Sir.
sir. I want give that code content for you people. Please take it into your system is better. I think.
Yes, yes.
So I keep it to monitor. Please take it that one. When it was completed, tell me. I'll show that information. Change that information on the. Is it okay, sir?
Oh, yes, sir.
Right. So I can provide that content. So please take it into notes, not in notes. Systems is better. Take into your systems and copy this content. Keep for your development process purpose is better, I think. After complete this one, we have to take place URLs. This URL is also very essential because when we are going to template part, first of all, we create number of templates here. So these all templates convert into URLs. That URL purpose, we are taking place into this location. Sorry. So what we had created the templates are called this way, your patterns location. These patterns are created URLs, like each page content, each page converted into URL. So when we use that keyword include, each one taking as a navigation one by one based on that requirement, based on their input content. After that, we enter into the part, settings part. This is very essential because it create database content. This is this database, whatever the database we have to maintain inside. That database content created by this complete database session, default include Django.db backend SQLite 3. So name operating system path, join base directory db SQLite 3. So when we are using this SQLite 3, automatically we have to create migrations compulsory. We have to move migration location. So take migrations and migrate part, then only it is working properly. Otherwise, taking as an errors. So this is the content we are using as a Peter architecture pattern, like views, MVT model view templates. So this pattern was using in this advanced technology, and this is completely different from previous programming. Already you understand, I think. I hope to understand what is that. The previous everything was taking as a manual process. Now we are taking into automation process in Python, using Python. That's why this Python completely taking place into automation process. How to take design without involve any manual process inside the application. So we are using this application, and well, we create one big size of websites. Same way, before going to that, we are introducing that command lines. What is the command lines we are using out there? That commands how to create this huge framework inside the project. These are a very essential part in this session. So please focus on that. Moreover, we have to concentrate on HTML part also. One of the part that HTML is giving presentation layer part. That's why we focus on HTML and models also there. That models database content, MySQL or WAMP server or Postgres MySQL, SQLite 3, a different kind of database servers we are using to develop this one. And after complete this one, I want to introduce this is SQLite. How it works, this database MySQL. So I want to take another application for this. So let me move more there. So now I have to move on income based project. First of all, we have to create this one database content like this. Create well about the DBMS and all those things. That's why I'm just introduce this one. Uh, this part was already created for yourself. So when we're using this database, this is create database and use database in MySQL. In MySQL, everywhere we are keeping header part, we are that database name compulsory, and moreover, uh, end of the SQL statement we are keeping semicolon compulsory. So that's why this is completely platform independent, and it's working very robust and dynamic process. So that's when we are create a database. After that, when you create any table in the database, use that database name as well, and then you create the tables procedurally. So this is the way to create the table. But the table, when we are going to create the table, use this database name compulsory. Then only the table will create at that the database location. Otherwise, it will go into different location. So next, after complete this one, what you have to do the here. So this content, take this content and go to the MySQL part. Go to the MySQL part. In this MySQL part, you have to paste at this location. So or create, we write whatever the thing you have to take place at this location. So when we create any type of databases, so if you run the single line command, like single line command, suppose that select star from, before going to the write this statement, I want write that use use database name, and then select star from that login or registration, whatever. Just we have to take here. So users from users. Let's start from users. Keep semicolon and run the double command. Then that time we are getting to that particular location. Otherwise, you take as a posts here. Post. When you run the single command, when you execute the single SQL statement, you click on single one, and when you take multiple commands in the multiple command lines inside, in the time you run on the multi execute all queries. This is the so this is the content we have to take here inside, and this is the way to take place into the database. Just we are create database, and these commands well, I think. So already we create that database content here. Use this content and we create that database inside. So after complete this one, how to add this content inside the application. So here, when we move in this location, same as well. So we create open here. When we are going to run the MySQL content, we are using the package is PyMySQL. The PyMySQL is compulsory. We are using here. PyMySQL is the package we have to install in our system. Then only we can run the MySQL content inside the application. And then after take this part, we are taking as a MySQL client part, and then we have to move the database location. So these are the page renders. Already we discussed about this. We have to take this one like this, admin, login, whatever. After complete this one, we have to move, and we take the performance process. Performance. What is the performance process? How to add the content inside the database. So here the request if request method, get method. The get, when we take the get method, the get method consider as a internal whatever the give the input content into the particular front end location, and then we have to create connection like this. The connection is PyMySQL dot connect. This word is very essential to use the database content, and then we are taking as a database details completely. Host, local host. This is local host IP address, and then port is there. Every server have a port ID. We have to represent that port ID here, and then we have to move the username password. Username password is also one of the essential part we are using here. So when we are going to use MySQL, the MySQL content have take as a username and password credentials. The credentials are user credentials, username passwords are must and should have to provide here. And then we give the database name, what we had created inside the MySQL server location. After that, we have to move this character set. This is a database characterization for purpose we are using. This UTF-8 is taking place into database location. The database consideration parts, everything is taken properly. This is the way to connect the databases. So this is a Weave's location. This is Weave's content, a business logic layer location. So in this location, it's connected to the settings. The settings are taking place as another location. The settings take place. The settings are taking place at this location. The settings, whatever the apps we have to add at this location, same as like and what we have discussed in previous. And next, we have to move database content. This is the database process content. So in Weaves, what we have present in the Weaves, same content we have to introduce at this location. What is the default engine database? Django.db database backend MySQL. The MySQL part we are using at this location. And what is the database name? The name indicates nothing but database. And host, the local host here, the local host IP address, or you have to prefer a local host also, not an issue. And here you present port number. Every server have port number like this. This is the server. In this server, every server, these details we have to provide in that particular programming location. Then only that is connected to the database front end to back end, and it support to take the data, access the data, take the data, and transmit the data inside the applications. So this information we have to provide at this location. So the username root and password root, and optional the auto commit is permanently saving location, saving part when we are using data communication language, not transaction communication language. That location commit rollback is there. The commit is taking place to store the data permanently in that database. So when we have to so when we use this content in this location, this is a create connection between front end to back end. So this information connect to the server directly when we present this one only, this information. So previous we are using SQLite, that is different. There is no database we are using in a physical part of outside. So now this is completely taking different location of our different local server we are using, like MySQL or WAMP. When we are using WAMP server, we couldn't use any passwords here, but only the MySQL server port only using this password. When we are using username password in present present at that location, then the time that is called as MySQL. When we didn't use that password at this location, that server is nothing but WAMP server. We have to recognize it. So after complete this one, how it works? We have to see. I have to run this application here, same way. Python manage.py and run server. So the local host will be displayed on the monitor like this. Here we didn't use any migrations here. So that is the difference between SQLite 3 and database MySQL. So here, copy that content and go to the application location. So here the previous content you uh, have to take this one. Just a minute. I have to shut down that one also. Just I have to run again the system because of already the previous servers are running inside. The Django, when we run the application, Django is very case sensitive. The previous server, when we run the server, we close the server, then only we have to move another application. Otherwise, that is save in same location. It's showing also same location and that in a displaying environment. Now we have to write, we have to copy that URL here. Here, different names you have to take. Before that, I take as a intern to some home, but here I have to take index.html. This is the name indicate I have to take include, but that's why I'm taking this one. So now I have to introduce one thing. What is that? Just I want to register. I want to register myself. So this is a registration location. Suppose Bhaskar I taking as a password. Bas, and the number is taking like this. And so it's ready. So these are the credentials we have to provide at front end location. This front end take place into the back end. So when we click the registration button or register button, the sign up process was completed like this. The information showing like this, and this information stored at MySQL part. This information I want to see here. So just now I'll submit that whatever the content in front end, the content displayed at this location like this. So here my acceptance was pending here. Why? Because here I want to take permission from administration location. So this admin can give the permission to the access into the premises. So here I want to take permission from him like this, the admin. After that, I have to move here. How many users are there? This is completely pending here. Now the user is going to take place acceptance here. When it taking acceptance, then only the user was accepted. It's not pending condition. Now we have to move at this location. So when we take the login process here, the login process taking place into properly, take place into properly. Welcome to the Boston. So just what we require and what is the process we have taken here. We have to take place at this location like this. So this is the way to using that MySQL server, MySQL content, the model content, and then we have to run these applications same as like this. So this is the process we have to discuss today. How to take the projects and development process and all those things. I think you people are taking good knowledge on this particular concept. I hope you understand every content. So here we are working with front end to back end, how to design the design frameworks and templates, how to connect with the databases and all. So these are all this is very essential topic today. So overall content we have to take place into the project. So now let me discuss about some database content. What is the content inside and MySQL content completely. So this is completely structure of any project development. So here this is the way to develop the projects and all. in Django framework. So now I want to take place in MySQL. MySQL is a database which we have to maintain in backend in our Django framework. Here, yesterday we have discussed here already, but I hope you understand a little bit. I want to give information about this also. That's why I want to give this information for you people. Right here, there is a different topics inside the database. So the first one is going to sub languages. Sub languages. These sub languages are considered as five types are there. There are five types. Five types. The first one is taking place into DDL. Stands for data definition language. Data definition language, and here we consider as it will take this one. So data definition language. So here this data definition language. So here we consider as some queries are there. What is the queries we have to use is status location. Here we create create alter drop and truncate. These are the commands we have to use at this location. So, what are the main content about this DDL? DDL is playing major role to create any databases and create tables, right? That's why here we have to give a given priority must should here. So that's why here the mostly what is created the create database or table as well. And alter when we modified the table or enter into new type of columns into the table in the time that is using this alter, you know well about this. And whatever the drop, when we are using drop, the total table was deleted from the database. And truncate also total table can create, but header rows are showing something. Header rows are staying on that location. This is the intention of given by DDL. And next we have to take place DML. Is very essential DML. So this DML content data manipulation language. So data manipulation manipulation language. Data manipulation language. So this is also playing major role at this location. This manipulation content commands insert, comma, update, comma, delete. So these are the commands we are using at this location. These insert, update, delete was very essential. Why? Because when we enter into the data into the create a table, and that purpose we are using this insert command. And update, when it was change any type of records inside the table, that then that time we are using update command. The delete command using for delete single row or entire table. Not an issue. This is the point how to discuss here. And third one is very essential. DQL stands for data query language. data query, data query language. This data query language is giving more attention here. Sorry, yeah. So the data query language, attention, play the attention, most attention playing role here. Why? Because here only we are we are talking about only one command that is called as select command. This is called we in our words so generally in SQL uh, SQL languages we are called as read operation. It's called as read read operation or read command. So these three sublanguages are playing a major role in our database. This database, when we are creating to database, or we are taking particular rows and columns from the database tables. So then the time we are using this one. So that's why when we are talking about this Django framework, framework this design framework play the attention on this database. It's working on design framework. So it playing attention like what is that? So it's playing attention on crude operation. This is very essential here. What is the crude operation? C stands for create database database at table to the database. And next we have discussed about next we have to discuss about R. So when we attention pay the R, this is R is created as a read operation, a read command. This command is nothing but select command. So this is read operation. Read operation. We are we are discussing about in crude word. And here next one U stands for is taking an update part. This is playing as a very important role in our design of framework location. Why? Because we have to take any registration details. We have to registration enter into personal details. Then the time we have to take any modification in the time. We are using this one. That's why we are using this update command. Update command. And next we have to take place D crude up D of D. The D stands for delete here. So delete command. So this delete command playing a role to any unwanted data or any unrequired content inside the table. We have to remove the content from the table. That's why we are using this crude operation. So when we work with Django frameworks, we have to focus on this crude operation must and should, because we are focused on this much only. Why? Because we are using Python here, right? So here we are using completely Python. So Python programming support different types of domains, like the domains we called as uh, one is artificial intelligence AI, and another one is machine learning ML, and a third one is DL, deep learning. So these are the domains use this content inside the uh, Django framework. So when we're going to classification or prediction or analysis of the content, at the time we are using these domains for to to take the operation inside the Django framework. So the Python completely we are using backend programming in Django. That's why these domains are taking place, the performance place. Just this CRUD operation giving this credentials part, authentication and authorization part. So when we are discussing about authentication and authorization, is very essential for any website. So that's why we have to take place into the this authentication part. In that location, we are focused on crude operation must and should. Okay. Next, when coming into the point, after complete this one, we have to take place constraints. Constraints. These constraints are playing major role in Django part. This is the second part, the second one, second concept and second type of this second type of this the database. So here we are focused on a few commands. Those commands are we have discussed about. The one is primary key. Primary primary key. So it explain the primary key. Let me discuss about this primary key. The primary key focus on one table contain not only original values, not only duplicate values. So this is not permit to the duplicate values inside the table. So that purpose we are using primary key constraint for to uh, run the application or we are taking place of the record security. And next we have to take place a foreign key. That foreign key the foreign key the foreign key is taking place to relation between the relation between two tables. The tables contain is unique key inside the common key, both tables. So the relational tables are taking place inside the database. Then the time we are using foreign key. These two are playing major role in this Django framework. So in previous we are using number of things. Number of things are there. Number of types are there, like joins, weaves, and cursors, triggers, stored procedures, a different kind of part we are using in previous programming, previous websites designing purpose. And when we are using database in the time, we are using different kind of types in MySQL. But now we are using this much content inside the Django framework. So this is the intention of MySQL, and MySQL take place to store the data in backend. When we enter into the front end application, the data stored in backend. Already we have seen what happened in the applications. So this is the main presentation we have to discuss about this Django framework. This is very advanced technology today. This technology gives more security and development process to take place very easy, and it reduces the complexity inside the applications. So it give the performance very high accurately and securely. So that's why now the Django framework used at different locations like real time world, that real time applications like where we are using some regular browsers and social media platforms and different kind of big platform, big software platform locations. So this is the intention of Django framework. So, how do we today we have learned complete the structure how to design and development and execution process in Django framework. So, uh, just I want to know how much knowledge you have to get from this session. Keep in your mind this one is very useful to you and your teaching uh, location, I think. So myself, uh, Bhaskar Maturi. Uh, if there's any queries, is there? Just let me ask me. I'll let you know that queries, and I'll I'll give the suggestions and I'll give the answers for that. So based on this session, I think I hope you understand content and how to take the procedure of designing and development of Django framework. Uh, so, is there any queries? Uh, Let me discuss about the queries and then we have to move our session forwardly.
Dear participants, anybody having any queries, please type in chat box.
Sir, is it useful for you today, sir? Anyone? The content?
Dear participant, please respond in chat box.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, in charge, ma'am. It's my pleasure. I hope you people please design your own way. Please take that procedure content, take that commands and design the one website for your own. Then you know well about good knowledge on this design of framework. Yes, awesome, madams.
Dear participants, please fill the feedback link which is available in a chat box.
So, Vijay Bab sir, uh, take an exercise look part at this time. It's better.
Okay, sir.
Can I close this session now, sir?
Okay, sir. You can close.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, Arundel, and your cooperation and be patient. Thank you so much. Signing off. This is Bhaskar from SEC Informatics. Signing off today.
records not corrected. Tomorrow.